We begin at the State House, where President Bola Tinubu has forwarded the names of 32 ambassadorial nominees to the Senate for confirmation following an earlier submission of 3 nominees. The list includes 15 career ambassadors and 17 non-career ambassadors, with 4 women on the career list and 6 on the non-career list. Notable non-career nominees include former presidential aide to Jonathan, Reno Omokri, former INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu, former governors Ifeanyi, Ugwuanyi, and Victor Okezie, Ikpeazu, former ministers and ex-first ladies. Career ambassador nominees include Enebechi Monica Okwuchukwu, Musa Abubakar, and Yvonne, Ehinosen, Odumah, among others. Confirmed nominees are expected to be posted to key international partners, including China, India, South Korea, Canada, and strategic multilateral missions such as the United Nations and African Union. Additional ambassadorial nominations are anticipated in the coming weeks. To discuss this, we're joined by a legal practitioner and public affairs analyst, Tunji Abdulhameed. Tunji, thank you so much for joining us on the news.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, so we are going to start this way. Do you think the ambassadorial nomination is coming at the right time after 2 years of this current administration?
It's a dicey situation. Anyway, for me, I won't say at the right time because you ought to have been on grant since the president came on board. But it's been delayed. This is about 2 or 3 years, and they are not around. But now they are there. It's better late than never. But for me, it's a bit late.
Now, the list includes former governors, former ministers, former lawmakers, and other political actors. So how might their domestic political experience translate into diplomatic competence?
Now, you see, in Nigeria, most of these appointments we call ambassadorial appointment are used to compensate a politician who, in quote, have failed in election or who have worked for the party during election and who need to get something to be able to be part of the system. If you look at the list, some of the people there are some of those who are not even who you say, look, these people are just former this, former that, former this and that. You can also see the name of a former INEC chairman. I'm very sure that will cause a lot of debate. Because people will see it as compensation for the job well done, in quotes. And you see the former wife of the Oyo State governor, you see the sister to the president, Bola Ahmed, you see some of the names that people who are one thing or the other to the, who are very close to the presidency in that regard. I'm also wondering why Senator Jima Ibrahim will also made the list. He's a senator already. Why is he being the appointed ambassador? He wants to combine the job of the senator and that of the ambassador. You see, most times we politicize these appointments, and that's why we're always not getting results. And in fact, the delay of that appointment before now shows that the president and the presidency don't even understand the importance of that position of ambassador. It was thank God for Trump. The trend by Trump has woken up the president or the presidency from their slumber. They've been sleeping all this while. And that's why you see them doing some things in rush. And that's why this is the reason why we don't get the best result most times, because we don't plan for them. We only do it to in the heat of the moment, to cover for the heat of the moment. It's unfortunate that most of the people that are in that list are, I see some of them as being compensated for their role or for their support for the president in the election, not because they have what it takes to be an ambassador. I don't want to mention the name of anybody. I think I don't believe is worth it.
All right, well, we understand the situation, high-profile figures, non-career list, of course, ambassadors coming into play. But then in strengthening bilateral ties with international partners now, what task would you say is at hand for these ambassadors in waiting?
Well, as an ambassador, your job is to represent your country. You are the face of the country at that particular, wherever you are. You liaise with the government, you arrange and promote your country with the government. So I'm very sure what prompted this appointment now is the fact that, look, what happened in the US, there was nobody to interact or interface with the government of US. The president will have to travel, or will have to set up a committee. If you have ambassador on ground, little issues will be handled by them. Some of the issues will be handled by them, unlike what is happening now. So for me, they are like the president. They are like the president in that country, and whatever they do is like they are representing the country, and they are working on behalf of the country, trying to negotiate contracts, try to promote the country, try to ensure that issues that has to do with the country are quickly taken care of. But if we don't have them on ground, who will do that? The president will not have withdrawn.
Hello, Tunji. I think we just lost audio feed. Can you hear me? Okay, so I think we just lost audio connection with Tunji Abdulhameed right there, but we'll try to see how we can bring him back to continue with his submission. Tunji, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think we just lost your audio for a while there. But then let's continue. I'd like you to, of course, let's go back to the issue around your concerns with the names on the list and the fact that you said probably is just to settle political scores with those who are part of that nomination. But then I'd like to ask, in terms of the signals now, or the message being sent, not even only to Nigerians, but of course to the international community, looking at people like Reno Omokri and of course the outgone INEC chairman, Mahmood Yakubu, do you think is actually sending the right signal to the international community as regards this set of people that will be representing Nigeria in other countries?
I'm not sure if that's going to. I'm not sure because I try not to mention that Omokri the right time. Then you have made me to look into that. In fact, he was one of those people in my mind because I don't see how. You see, like we are talking about the face of the country, and you are talking about somebody who will be doing comedy, somebody who will be doing propaganda, and who will not say the thing the way they are. We are not serious. We're not trying to get the right results. The Mahmood Yakubu, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, is issue. It's still being debated. What he did in 2023, whether he did well or he didn't do well, whether he manipulated the election or he did not manipulate. People are still concerned about that. And you are giving an ambassador appointment. And we are used to that. Remember the last time when Buhari, may so rest in peace, the former military, the chief of staffs, they were all made ambassador. The majority of them were made ambassador. Despite the fact that people were saying, look, they were not doing well, and that's why people are being killed. That's why they were having insecurity in the country. But when they left, they made them ambassador. So we are used to this political settlement. We are used to this. But anyway, some people will see Mahmood Yakubu appointment as a compensation for job well done, even if it's not there's no job he has done. If people will see it in that way, that is being compensated for what he did in bringing the president on board. That's because there's no doubt. There's still debate as to whether or not he did well in terms of the way and manner he handled the post-election. When I say post here, I'm talking about when they are doing the collation. There are issue raised. He refused to look into it, and in the middle of the night, he announced the results. So people are still being in doubt as to whether or not he was sincere or not. So people will see this as compensation. Then Omokri, like I said, is always a drama person. He's not a serious person. I don't even take his post or anything that he does seriously. Okay. So that type of person is the one that asking to go and represent the country and negotiate with the international community on behalf of the company of the country. And for me, there are so many names in that list. You can see former governor of Ugwuanyi. You can see they all work for G5 that time. I can't remember his name again.
Now,
it's also on the list.
Yeah, so fine, I understand. You seem to have an issue with the personalities that constitute this list. But then on norms, if you're the president, or let's say, the president, of course, would do this, what do you think the criteria should be for the kind of people that should represent Nigeria on the international stage?
The criteria should not only be because you are a member of APC, because you have worked for the president to become you have to have that experience, that knowledge, international exposure in terms of there are people who read the international relations who are qualify in that regard. There are people who are administrator par excellence, who are marketers, who can do this job very well. Apart from these people we are seeing, some of them don't even know where they are right from left. So for me, there are a lot of criteria to be used, not political criteria. But what I see here mostly is political criteria, sentiment as to this man support me, this man does not support me, or this man will work for me in 2027, or if they are planning against you see, those appointed as ambassador now, they have the obligation now to work for the president 2027, whether or not they are APC, whether or not they are in PDP or whatever they are. So it's like arrangements towards the next election, as far as I'm concerned. And there was not even intention to appoint them in any event before now, because they have been hearing about the list for how many months. The president did not have the courage to bring them out. But now, because of Trump, we should be thanking Trump for that message. That has been changing some of the attitude of our government. The government, you can see, they are now doing things that is in terms of security, similar of trying to see how security will work. They are now trying to have our ambassadors so that we have representatives across the country, across the world. So for me, I think the caliber of some of the people in that list, I see that as political compensation. That's my, because some of them, I'm not sure they have the knowledge and experience in that area. So people will come and say, no, what you need is just administrative knowledge, just like we talk about the ministers when they are appointed. They say, no, you don't have to be qualified. What you need is administrative experience. Yes. You will see some of them get there. You don't even hear of them. You will not even see them. They don't know where to go. They are lost.
Well,
so
basically, Tunji, basically, they are going to start from somewhere, but we know that these people, for those that will be screened out, would be acing the process. We've not really concluded who will be, assigned to where for now. But you keep hammering on the issue as it relates with the U.S. And I'd like to find out, we know how similarly strained the relationship Nigeria has with the US right now. For whoever it is that will be appointed to be the ambassador between Nigeria and the US, what do you think the critical steps or conversations should be like to actually restore that, of course, cordial relationship?
Yeah, it's just to at least promote the country. But unfortunately, we're in an era where whatever you tell them, they also know about it. They also see it. We're not in the olden days where it's only what they tell you that you know. They know what is on ground. They see what is on ground. So the person will have a lot of tasks to do. He will have a lot of job to do in promoting the country, because promotion of the country is not about telling them what does not exist. It's not about propaganda. They must know that what they are saying is in line with what is on ground, because they see what is on ground. So the government, for them to make that job easy for them, those abroad, must ensure that things that have been done in the country are done in line with the law, and done in the interest of the people of Nigeria, and are done in the best interest of the nation. So that's when they will be able to do their job. No matter how good you are, if the country is not doing well, there's no way you can promote a country or market a country that everybody is seeing somewhere else. That look, this is what is happening here. We know what is happening. You can't tell us otherwise. So they have a task of promoting and marketing the country, which is a difficult job as far as I'm concerned, as it is today.
So if you say Nigeria has issues, not basically issues, but then it's going to be a hard time promoting the image of the country or probably reshaping it. What do you mean? Does that mean that Africa or Nigeria's image in this context is that battered among the Committee of Nations?
They said if they want the job to be easy for them, those in the country, the leadership of the country must ensure that things that have been done are done in line with the rule of law, are done in the interest of the people, and are done the way based on the international standard. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying yes. I wouldn't like to, if you take it or leave it. We are not doing well in terms of things being done in the country. You see people protesting, the government will come after them. You see people. The issue of genocide is already there. You see people. Criminals who have been pampered by government. These are issues. You see a lot of things being done not in line with the standard, and they are seeing this. The international community has seen all this. They are not. It's not like I said a few years back when people don't know what happened in your country until when you send them a message or mail, or until when today they even see more than you. They even know more than you. So the government must do the right thing, the right time, and work in the interest of the nation. For those appointed to be able to do their job properly, for people to market our country. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to market the country. That's what I meant by what I said.
Thank you so much, Tunji Abdulhameed, for your submission and clarification. It was nice talking to you.